Attika, nice having you here in Warsaw. Thank you very much for coming here. And not often I ask questions to the journalist. You are the journalist of BBC. What are your findings from this conference, Compass ESG? What are the compasses, really, that the leaders that we invited for this Congress really had?
I mean, we covered so many subjects, and thank you so much for having me, Beata, here. It's been such an honour and a privilege to share all sorts of conversations, not about strategy, but really how can we work as men and women equally in business settings, in any sort of environments. And I think the key thing is education, technology, not just empowerment, but the equality of working together. And I think if we can do more of that within organisations in Poland, but also across the world, and work collectively as a community, we can do so much more. And I think that's really important today in the conversation that we've been having, the dialogue that we've been having, and really, ultimately, I would say believing in ourselves, but also having the empathy to understand each other, because I think when we understand each other and listen to each other, we can bridge that gap.
Mm-hmm. One of the outcomes of the panel discussion that we had the pleasure to run together, ask you if it would be your podcast, what would be the title? Could you reveal us?
Yes,
what was it?
Be the change. But beyond be the change is have compassion and empathy and love, and to really understand each other. And my podcast really is about changing people's mindsets. But that can only come from within you if you're ready to be changed. You can only change your mindset and find inspiration and positivity through the dialogues that we have, through the work that we do as we were moderating together, right? Which is quite unusual for me to do that. But we bounced off each other. It's understanding what we're going in for. What is the purpose of our discussion? What is the purpose of that particular mission that we both go into? And remember, like, part of the journey is to fail, but when you fail, that's okay, because part of failing is keep going. And being competent isn't just about the work that you do. Being competent is who you are as a person, and continuously doing that through systems that we live in, because the systems that we're surrounded by may not always allow us to do that, but we can better ourselves in what we're doing every single day.
Women empowerment, it was also our discussion around roundtables. What are your feelings and findings from those discussions?
Well, we were talking about women empowerment and artificial intelligence and technology, which is very, very key for the future, and future, not just our future, but the future generation that comes after us. And, we have to understand it. It is there in front of us. We just need to understand how to utilize a system like AI and technology. And one of the things I said in that discussion was education. We need to be self-aware and have education. And this is education for every single person in this world who has to have that education. If you have no education, how are you going to understand what our rights are, who we are as people, and what we take from that dialogue or that discussion? So we each have a responsibility. That responsibility is you using that platform that you have, whether you're a journalist, whether you're a businesswoman, whether you're a dustbin cleaner, whatever it is that you do in life, you have a part to play in society. So you just have to keep going and keep doing and crafting and seeking that knowledge to build, but to also develop things and try. And trying, I say, is always winning.
Thank you very much again for being with us. And the key outcome is quite simple. It was the conference for people, with people, about people. And this is our compass, our heart, our mind, and the clarity in declarations and real acting. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me again. Thank you. Lovely to meet you.